Hey folks, something's been on my mind for a while now, so I thought I might as well put it in a video to see what you think. I have this concern that might sound a little crazy at first, but I think if you hear me out, it'll make sense. I've come to believe that there is something intrinsic in the nature of modern life that is driving us all slowly insane. Think about it. Is there ever a time in your daily life when you are not connected to some sort of device which feeds you a constant stream of information? We live in the world of 24-hour news cycles. Our collective consciousness is constantly bouncing from one tragedy to the next, and I don't believe that humans have evolved to handle this level of sensory engagement at all times like we're expected to do now. A side effect of being always on like we are is that it's very difficult to find balance in our emotions. Things are either absolutely wonderful or the worst thing we can imagine. You can see it in the way people express themselves on social media. We've lost the ability to talk to one another like normal people. It seems you either have to completely agree with everyone on every given topic, or you are the worst kind of scum that can be imagined and should be blacklisted from society. This kind of binary mindset leads to an attitude of constant paranoia because we are always expecting any interaction to inevitably lead to some form of confrontation. Taking that into consideration, is it really any wonder that people today seem more likely to be depressed and therefore more quick to anger? In talking about this, I am by no means trying to separate myself from the rest of humanity. I spend an inordinate amount of time on social media because living with cerebral palsy isolates me physically to a very great degree. I don't get to physically go out with friends very much, and so my social outlet is almost entirely based on the network of friends I've built on Facebook. I've heard it said that social media sites operate a lot like casinos. In a sense, they program us to feed off of the rush of notifications, likes, and comments. I can confirm this with my own life experience because a few months ago I found that I actually had to turn off the sound alert on my phone every time I received a notification on Facebook, because what was happening to me was that every few minutes, whether I received a notification or not, I would be checking Facebook to see if anyone had interacted with me. I truly believe that it would be accurate to say that I'd become addicted to that feeling of joy you get when you see a new comment. So I've now made a conscious effort to control the amount of time I spend on social media. Perhaps more frightening though is the fact that this phenomenon doesn't just involve our private lives, but our professional ones as well. Because of our ability to receive emails on our phones, many employers now expect their staff to be within reach whenever they deem it necessary. As a result, it's becoming increasingly difficult for people to leave their work at work, and this is having deeply negative consequences for family life and intimate relationships. So then, how is it possible for one to exist in the modern age without going completely insane? The answer is quite simple in principle, but quite difficult in practice. You must establish firm boundaries. There must be a time during your day, every day, where you put your device down, walk away from your computer, and do something else. For me, that time is when I'm physically training. During workouts, I can quiet my mind and focus simply on the task ahead of me. Also, when you're out and about with friends and family, resist the urge to document every moment of the experience. I know that in this era, it's become common habit for us to post photos anytime we do anything even marginally interesting. But if your main focus is getting that perfect photo or video to share with friends, then how can you expect to experience any authentic joy or relaxation? Every once in a while, you just need to unplug, step back, and be a human being. That's gonna be it for this one, folks. Remember, if you appreciate the content I create, then I would encourage you to consider signing up to support me on a monthly basis via Patreon. However, if monthly support isn't your thing, you can still show me some once-off love via PayPal. For now, farewell.